Episode 22, St. Patrick's Day edition.
St. Patty's Day.
This guy's falling off my shoulder. Finnegan, pay attention. This is my drinking buddy. He got a little glass, so he doesn't cost that much money.
You know, Tommy, you know how they do. Have you seen? There's this trend of putting a GoPro on your cat.
No.
To see what your cat does all day while you're gone.
So what are the results?
Well, you know,
it's
the
like
cat
counting your money.
Yeah, exactly. But what I want to do is I want to put a GoPro on you on St. Patty's night, right? Just watch your what adventures.
That's probably like worse than cop cam. St. Patty's Day. So I think we got to give a shout out to all the Irish people out there that are going to be celebrating. Do it safely.
And you don't have a Marlins
green
St.
Marlins
Patty's Day hat?
I don't, because it didn't get here in time.
Oh,
yeah, they were over. But I mean, listen, you're Irish all year round, so you can wear it anytime.
That's awesome.
So let's talk about yesterday. A good win. Squeaked out a 4-3 victory over the Nationals.
We're playing good baseball.
Trevor Rogers looked really good. I think he had one earned run over two and a couple. Who was super impressive was Paul Campbell, the Rule 5 guy. Zach Pop is another Rule 5 guy who's also playing well. Both those guys right now are making a statement that they should make the roster. But I think probably the thing I was happiest to see out of the whole thing was Adam Duvall hitting a big bomb and warming up his bat a little bit.
Yep.
It's been a while.
It's interesting. I can't remember who we talked about.
He doesn't want to paint. He's not.
It may have been Kelly.
He's unruly, this little guy.
It may have been Kelly, but she was like, no one's worried about his bat.
Right.
So it's good to see. I think he'll come back.
Well, I mean, plus maybe you got to find the right place in the lineup for him. Maybe he doesn't hit at 5-6. Maybe he hits 2-3 and keeps him going. Today we've got the 1:00 game. Sandy's going. I think we're going to and we usually start the show too early to get the full lineup. At 9:00, that'll probably get released for a 1:00 game. But against the Mets, it'd be nice to get another win against those jokers. They're pitching Lucchesi today, so
it's funny. We've been asking a lot of the beat writers, the media people, what team they hate the most, and very few people mention the Mets because the Mets have stunk for so long. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this year with
I mean, there's no doubt they're going to be tough. I mean, they added a lot of key position players and I think some better bats, and they got probably the best pitcher in the National League.
We're going to get Mike Grabkowski on, the super Mets fan. They call him the Miami Mets guy, and get an update from him. And then we really need to seek out an Atlanta guy. We gotta get hold of it.
There's got to be one down here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to dig one up.
Right, and then I'm working on Jordan McPherson, another beat writer, works
for the Herald
and for the Fish Stripes.
Yep, Fish Stripes. And
then Mike B, the in-game announcer for the Marlins at the park that does all the promotions and all that stuff, to talk about what are some of the special promotions they're doing, what are some of the events that they're doing. And then this weekend we're going to, it's not called Fan Fest. What's it called?
Yeah, it's a weird.
They named it something else.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's from 3 to 8 on the 20th.
We'll be there.
We'll be there and hopefully get some good pictures of what they. I don't know what kind of players they're going to have. They're playing Saturday, anyway, aren't they? So split squad. Maybe they'll have some guys down there.
I don't think they play though. I don't think they're. I think, but
on Saturday now.
Some guys there. You mean saying at Marlins Park?
Yeah. Let me just double check. Don't want to give any bad information.
Well, he's looking that up.
No, Saturday the 20th at Washington, 6:05.
Yeah.
So there'll be some guys that aren't going to be playing that day that'll be down there.
Yeah, good. So it's funny. I'm actually wearing my Vancouver Canadians hat today.
Okay.
And it was interesting because
is that just in straight defiance of the rule no hockey?
No, the Vancouver Canadians baseball.
Oh, okay.
It's like high A Blue Jays.
All right.
And a very storied minor league baseball team. And when growing up in Western Canada, I watched Edmonton Trappers, which when I was a kid, I was asking my mother the other day. She said she thought it was a AAA team at the time. I remember it being high level baseball. And then we had the Vancouver Canadians. And then my experience was going to Montreal to Olympic Stadium to watch the Expos to watch the Blue Jays at the Sky Dome. And, like, it's funny, like that was that kind of 70s era baseball, like where the field looked like a parking lot, and it's just cavernous dome, it was just, and I remember, the first time I went to Wrigley, to Camden, to Fenway, to Yankee Stadium in the States, as an adult, right? To see the difference, it was very different than the baseball that I grew up. But yeah, shout out, it's interesting. Yesterday, we were talking about the Wahoos, and you can't get any hard answers on when the season starts or what's happening. So, for example, in Canada, they don't know what's going to happen. The teams like the Vancouver Canadians, they play all the American teams, right?
Right. So how are they going to cross the border?
They can't cross the border right now. So they don't know what they're going to do.
Do they have enough teams up there to play each other?
Not really. No, they don't. And that's the thing. But the good news is, it was funny. Like, I just checked this morning, I was like, what's the latest? And, they announced their staff. They're moving forward. So hopefully all this will break loose. But it was interesting. It seems like we're going to have minor league baseball one way or the other. Yeah, which was good yesterday, but we don't have any of the specifics.
Well, we're at least going to have it here. And now I heard that the Blue Jays are starting their season off in Dunedin. Yeah. So that's only going to delay.
What a treat for those. Can you imagine how sought out that ticket's going to be in Dunedin to be able to go watch?
That's even going to delay that minor league team's start even deeper.
Yep.
And maybe they don't even have a season. So we'll see.
Or they, reload. I mean, yeah, it's interesting, the logistics of it, because.
Or they can maybe share a ballpark with Clearwater or something like that.
But they got to have. I think their other team is the Michigan, the Lansing Lugnuts.
All right,
I think is one of their other teams. So they have the Blue Jays have some American affiliates that maybe they can get players to. Because a lot of the Vancouver Canadians are going to be American kids. It's not.
Right.
So maybe they just stay on this side of the border and play for American minor league teams. But it's just more of, I just was reflecting on kind of the uncertainty of the season still going forward. And listen, the minor league baseball is fun, and they do a good job of reaching out to the fans. But remember, the whole purpose is to feed players up. Right. We need minor league baseball. I mean, that, the ecosystem is really dependent on a healthy minor league.
Right.
So they got to get it going.
Right. So that it's gonna happen. It's just gonna be delayed for that. So tonight, I'll tell you what. Last night I was at Sunset Tavern, and as I was leaving at a reasonable hour, I might add, around the dinner hour. I did see them preparing green Jello shots for tonight's party. So it's going to be, I know they've got music, they've got corned beef and cabbage, all the good fixings for you Irish people out there, and you should go down there and check it out. It's right on 59th Street.
Awesome. I know this is your national holiday, and
in fact, I'm really pissed off that I'm actually working today. But actually, I think the better day is the day off tomorrow.
Yes.
And the aftermath.
That's what you should take, the after.
But then the funny thing about Thursdays here they're like the most brutal back-to-back days of the craziest shows ever. So we'll see what happens. So we're working on Jordan McPherson and Mike B. We'll see if we get those guys. I reached out to them yesterday. Next week, hopefully we can get one of those guys in. I'd really like to get Craig Mish. That would be another guy that's got a lot of knowledge about.
Yeah, the response has been good to us bringing on the listeners. Appreciate you being here, and the response has been very favorable for us bringing on, because they bring a level of expertise. They're there every day, all day.
I mean, it'd be nice to get another woman. Like I went through the Jumbo Shrimp's website and communications information.
Yeah, come on, Jumbo Shrimp. We need to cough up somebody.
But they're the only ones they have in females in roles are like financial director or HR. Nobody really,
which is the normal in baseball. Like, we're very spoiled here.
We got the real deal.
We're finding exactly. But either way, it's okay if it's a boy. We need a Jumbo Shrimp update on the season, what's happening.
We'll get one
not
of
to put the pressure on you, Tommy. But Tommy, we need Jumbo Shrimp.
We do for sure. So the next show, these guys behind us, which is fitting for Irish, although these guys are not Irish at all, is Cop Talk with Robert Asensio and Raul Correa, which is next.
Cool.
So, should be a good show.
Quick trivia question for you, Tommy.
Yeah.
What was the name of the jumbo shrimp before the jumbo shrimp?
Ooh, I don't know.
Jacksonville Suns.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
We'll have to get you an old retro Suns.
We should.
Suns hat.
Episode 22, Mainline Marlins in the books. See you guys tomorrow.